All right, back again. I was supposed to be working, but I still don't have the materials I need to work, so it's kind of nice. I get to do some jamming in the middle of the day. So today I think the big goal is going to be doing some more level blocking design and actually start getting a rough environment kind of painted and created so I can test it. I did yesterday make a song that I think kind of works. I think it's still missing some instruments, but I think it kind of matches the vibe. And let me play it. And then it just repeats. I feel like that it's close. I mean, the mix is still off, but kind of works. So I exported it into Unity, so that's now in there. Although I probably should mute it because I'm going to hate it otherwise, hearing it all the time. Still need some ambience, some little bites and stuff, but it feels better. Okay, so I think that the size of these spaces is feels about right. I mean, the players will be the real judge of this, but it seems like about I basically want every entry to be about 1.5 times the size of the player. Let me change the player size here to 100. So if I go to 1, like this is okay. I don't know if I would want it to be much more narrow than that, unless it was only horizontal, but it seems like, oh, that's maybe about twice. So I think what I'm going to use is like a rule of thumb is like 1.5 times the size of the fish, horizontal, probably twice the size going up and down. So in A Sprite, I've basically taken the size that I mentioned yesterday, which I think is I'm going to use about 7. Oh, I should have made that one more. This might be fine. Um, and start to draw and map out like the world here a little bit. And I think I'm gonna use I'll probably use like this like 24 pixels as like a maybe I'll go a little higher. Like 28 is like a entry horizontal entry size minimum, and then probably I could probably use the 3 3 wide here, 3 squares wide for the going up and down. But I think that's a good frame of reference. And then you can see I've got all my layers and stuff, so I can see. Oh, that's on top of the fish. Okay. Yeah. So I think I'm just gonna start drawing here. Let's make this the first room that the player's in. Why does this feel really big compared to what I'm seeing on screen? I think I have something wrong here. I think yesterday I scaled down this background actually. So what I need to do is, let's do this. Cut that. Cancel sprite. Let's do this. Now in the fish reference, let's put that down, see if that looks right. That looks more correct. Okay. Okay, cool. So now that we're here, let's do, I think I'm gonna put the fish kind of in the middle somewhere so they have somewhere to go up and down. Okay, now back to this. I'm probably gonna need to change my brush size. 28, yeah. Okay. So let me just start kind of drawing here. Kind of like the idea of like it being like his house almost sort of thing. I know there's not like fish bedrooms, but like this actually, just kind of make it a nice round space, and then I'll carve out the wall. Okay. And erasing is going to be the same, 28. That feels okay. I'm probably going to use a polygon collider on these. Not to manually probably shape them, but there we go. Yeah. So we're gonna come out of here, probably into like a maybe into a smaller room, so that as the player's playing, it feels like the world's opening up a little bit. Yeah. I don't like that these are overlapping this area a little bit too much. A little erase. Let's trim a little bit more character. I probably took a little bit too much out of that. Yeah. Okay. What I'm doing is probably making gonna make the colliders a lot more complicated. But cool. Yeah, so we have a little room. I should probably block this off. So it's just like one way in. There's really no reason to force. The player should first figure out how to move for one, and then how to dash. And this should probably be like a door, honestly. Uh, like, uh, like it's crazy how quickly this. Okay, so let me make a new layer, and let's call these like, and we'll call them props. We'll call them props. Sure. This should probably be like a door, a cute little fish door. Oh, it's gonna be seen on both sides. Right. Gotta approach it a little differently. Let's take this, do one. Uh, it gets tricky with these because you have two colors. It gets a little bit tricky to like make it clear what is a boundary and what's not. So I think the door should probably be a solid color, and then like a wall that it's in should be. You know what? I can actually. I'm just gonna make one door and flip it on both sides, so it's like identical. And then it can contain. I mean, it's not really realistic, but at least it will like look cute, I guess. It needs to be double, so it needs to be big enough for this big fish to get in here. Uh, sure, do something like that. Give it a little window to look through. Is that clearly a door? Looks kind of like a gym locker. Uh, do, would do fish have doorknobs? That's the question now. It needs to look like a door. That looks, I guess, like a door. Let's fill it in so that it. Oh, let's fill it in so that it's so we can see. I guess the other option too is that I can use this other color to draw around it. Let's go like this so that there's like this. So no matter where I put it, it's always going to be the edge should be visible. And I don't. Do I need? Probably. I probably still need. Um, you know what? Once I open this, it's just gonna stay open. So I should just make it like this. Where's my okay? Okay, I can't do that. It's not gonna work. Yeah, that feels okay. Okay. Oh, poop. Okay. I mean, that looks like a door. It needs a little more character, though. This door is pretty boring. Let's do this. Sure, it looks kind of like a porthole. Hmm. The way my front door is, actually, is it's like this. It's got this big kind of pretty glass window. This doesn't really match. This doesn't really match this world enough, though, I think. I think it's like squeezed in here, but I don't like, well, yeah, I don't really like it. It's like the door has like no character at all. Oh, here we go. Going down the art rabbit hole. Let me hand draw it. It might be because I keep trying to fit it right here. Actually, let's do this. Just need the door to be a little bit wider and like rounder, and it feels really too narrow. Should feel almost kind of cartoony. Something about like that. It's like clearly more of a door. Um, let's go ahead and add an outline. Just on the outside, please. Oh, it's gonna do the whole. I need to fill it first. Paint. Then I think it's outline. Nope, not that color, dude. Okay. What? Okay. Paint. That feels better. It still feels kind of goofy, a little bit, but that's. I know fish shouldn't have doorknobs, but it's got to be readable as a door. Uh, what? I don't know. I don't know. Once this opens, it's going to be on the other side. So I'll probably put the pivot on this side and and flip it out so that the door's always no, because then it's like obvious. It'll just be. I'll just make it disappear. So you smash the door. It'll probably do something like that, like a. Okay. Yeah, that feels okay. I can always update it later, but I really need to get moving on this other stuff. Okay. Okay. Cool. Then we got our door. then at this point the player knows they know how to move, how to go up and down, and sort of at least to get through here. Then there should be probably a tutorial or something, just text right here that says to double tap quickly to dash. And then that should be enough to open a small door, which is going to be, or be able to dash through something small. So this door would be the first one. So boom, you break through, and then now it's probably like when you get here, there should probably be like the goal, um, which I don't like putting text on screen constantly to tell you what to do. I think the first thing that the player is going to do is want to wander around. Yeah, the first thing they want to do is wander around, and then if I want them to immediately find something to do, I should put the first one here. So if there's like the first fish you rescue should probably be like right here. Let me look at my book if I can use. Hmm. I mean, the first thing I do could be treasure box and throw people off with that. They'll be like, "Oh, treasure!" Smash it open to find that. It's not treasure. It's like a little fish. Uh, so here they could go down. I'm gonna force them to. No, they can go. They're gonna be able to go up or to the right. So let's make a nice little thing to smash through. Treasure. Um, Later I probably draw little decorations of like things stuck in the mud, but that should be something like that. And I want to guide their eyes like pretty much immediately to this treasure right here. That's gonna be sitting up here, and then this is just gonna be open. If you go up here, kind of want it to break into something like this. Kind of start opening up the level a little bit. Yep, we're gonna keep going with this direction. Maybe there's like some spikes or something like that. Keep opening that up. Oh, we are in the side. We are already in the bounds here. Let's go down. Oh, we want to go twice as wide if it's vertical. Okay. Ooh, let's make that a little easier. It's still like the player's just getting here. Okay. I mean, they're still small, but later they'll be chugging around. So this is going to be the end. Cool. This whole thing's going to be blocked out. So I kind of want to just have this. So here we're swimming. Yeah, I don't want to fully open it up just yet. Should probably kind of reserve that. So let's go something like, ugh, no, that's a little bit too much. Let's go something like this. So they kind of still need to swim up and around. Not fully challenge them, but give them something to dodge at least. Kind of make this maze-like a little bit. Cool. And we'll do something like this, but I know I want to do kind of like an S curve. And then, yeah, maybe we open up. Maybe we open up to the surface. I haven't figured out what I want to do with the surface yet because I only have so many colors. It's like not clear. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do it yet to make it clear that like above that is the sky and there's water, or if I even want to show it at all. I don't know. But I do think it would be cool if you could kind of see the surface, even if it's just for a little bit. Maybe the surface here, maybe the surface over here, or something like that. Now that I'm thinking about it, I should do something like this. And like a long haul to get there. Yeah, so here we go up. And water. This is going to be filled in. I don't know what this is going to be yet. Probably draw some rocks or cliff or something so that it's a little more interesting to look at. This might not be very fun to maneuver, especially if I have this little bump. Let's do that. And then here, let's do a little. And we could probably go into this a little bit. Cool. Do a little carving out there. I don't know the best way to do this. I mean, I guess I could export each square as its own art and then throw a collider on it, but I want to leave like a big area. I want to do like a big anchor or something stuck in the ground. How big's the fish? Okay, let's imagine this fish is that big. The anchor is going to be like an anchor. An anchor is going to be huge compared to this fish. And I'm trying to think logistically how it would be placed so that a trip oh, it could be sitting on top of like it could be sitting on top of something. Like on top of a treasure chest or something. And hitting it moves it off. And if we see it pretty early, that also gives the player like this idea like, oh, I'm not strong enough. I'm doing nothing to it. Okay, let's imagine the anchor is like right here, sticking down. How would I do that? Let's go to props. Let's just draw in a rough anchor, I guess. Let's just anchor if it's gonna be something like this. The way that that lands between, I'm gonna have to erase this. It should, the drawing should, the anchor should land almost right in the center. So it should be something like this, anchor, boom, it's sitting on a chest. But there's not really anything to hit it with. It should be slightly smaller. Yeah, how would I? It needs to be something I can. It needs to be something I can clearly hit the side of, like that. Nope. Like that. Ugh, but then I don't have run up speed. Let's do something like this. I need to be able to like have enough room to dash into it. And you can like dash through screens. So maybe I make like a long run up where you can just bam, hit it. Something like that. Then this part of the anchor would be on this side. Yeah, this is ugly. Okay. Yeah, something like that. I'm definitely going to have to rework this anchor because it is super ugly right now. But I probably won't do that now. I think it looks enough like an anchor for the time being for me to continue. Okay. And I think the trick here for like making this disappear into the background is either, let's do like dotted lines or like, gosh, I'm trying to do like a simple chain here, although I should probably go like, should be, this is so hard. It's so hard when you have two colors. I guess I could convert it. Let's go new layer. What? Let's just do props 2. I'm gonna use a completely different color. So hard to see. And then I can just convert it. So let's just imagine that it's going through this loop. The chain would be, oh, good lord. The chain would be something like this. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Okay, more or less. This should fit the shape of the eye here. And then I can do a separate color. Well, this is going to be like a, it's so tricky. I'm going to paint this. And then I have to swap. I have to basically invert all these. Okay. So I'm going to use that color just to separate these so that you can see it. I should do this. I can do, I think it's Control R, and it will swap these. Control R, Shift R. There it is. Okay. And then here I can't quite do the same. I need a separate separation here. So it's like this, which sucks, but I think it'll look pretty cool. And it is interesting. This, I've never had to do 1-bit art before, so this is kind of an interesting challenge to figure out. Cool. And now we're gonna swap that out. Replace that with this. Shift R. Okay. Huh. That doesn't look super terrible. Cool. Well, I'll leave that for now. Let's get rid of get the environment back. Let's get the background layer back. Okay. Now here I can draw. This anchor is bugging me. This anchor is so ugly. Let me look at let's see, anchor. It's just so like, yeah, okay. And the problem is that it's not really pointed. And I've seen a lot of anchors in my life. For some reason, I just okay. Yeah, this is gonna need to be more at an angle. Ooh, it's too big. Let's do something more like that. Yeah, more or less. Mm, okay. Uh, it's kind of nasty. Let's kind of smooth that out a little bit. It's actually just that line. That's this one right here. Get out of here. Okay. And then I think I'm actually just going to copy this so that it's the same. It's literally a symmetrical object, and it's nearly straight up and down. Let's do that. Hmm. I think things that are interactable should have. Oh, you know what? We're running into that issue. The issue I had earlier was that it needs to be clear that the player can hit this anchor. And right now, there needs to be like a flatter. I know that this isn't realistic, but it needs to be something more parallel so that the player can smack this part of the anchor. Now my pixels are all messed up. Eh. These Cragglies. Hey. In the art sinkhole, man. How to never make a jam on time. Get stuck on the art. The art and the music is so easy to get wrapped up in. Hmm. I still don't know if this anchor is going to be clear because like the door okay, there's some there's some rules that need to be defined by visually from this thing. And I think this part, the anchor on this side should be highlighted in some way so that it looks like the first door that they see, which has this outline to make it more obvious, like, hey, I can do something with this. And this works because I have black out. Wait, what? Because I have okay. Because I have basically black encapsulated inside of this. Um, but otherwise, I mean, I guess I could just make the entire anchor, but then, you know, can they hit the other side of the? I guess I could make it blocked off or something. I don't know. I'll figure that out, I guess, when I get to it. And this whole top needs to be moved over. Oh boy. So like there. What am I doing wrong? Oh, this is on props too. The environment. Oh boy, I drew this on environment. Probably shouldn't have done that. Okay, that's. Let me get to the rest. This is an art day. Okay. C, Control V, Control Shift H. Whoops. Oops. Control V, Shift H. Let's flip that, move it here. Cool. Now I have my anchor. Which should have a little bit more of a point. Something more like that. Okay. That looks more like an anchor, and it probably needs one of those things to pull it out. Like these guys. Cool. Let's change this back to, what was it, 20, 28, 24. Let's do something like that. Square that off a little bit. Eugh. What's my time looking like? 45 minutes already. Time flies. Something like this. perfectly smooth. I just have a little bit of detail. Like it's been there. It's been in a lot of ocean before. A little crusty. It's got little barnacles on it. Yeah. Okay. That feels okay for now. That thing should not be in the environment. Let me crop that out. Okay. Now if I hide it, great. Huh? Oh, still what? What layer is that on? Okay. Okay, that works for me. Go back to the environment and block this out. So start area, simple door. We go through. We do find this one, but we can't do anything with it. We need to explore more. We're gonna go past it. I kind of want to make this one wider. Canvas size. I forget how big this is. It's like 164. I actually completely forgot how. What's the math on that? It's like 128. Can I? No, I will do. So 1152. Okay. And on the background layer, nope. On this layer, unlock that. Copy this. Let's make this visible for now. Yep. And what? Cool. Nice. Okay. Now I can dim this again. Okay. Let's go back to the environment because I want to have. I just need this little area here. So we're going to go past. Here we can go up, see the top of the water, and then we're going to have to be forced to go back down. So this is going to have some kind of block here. It's like, oh, hey, this is open. And this should be probably something kind of tall. Something like that. And this could look like a rock or something. That is going to be too small. Something like that. So let's do that. Should I be able to access every space as a big fish? Don't know. It'd be cool to have. Yeah, I don't know. I still haven't figured out where I want to do the weird little tickly plant thing, but um, going through. Maybe we go down. We go down here. So we're gonna go like this. Maybe it's something kind of jagged like this. Okay. We cut through this wall. Bam. Maybe the ceiling also kind of close at this a little bit. Um, and maybe it's like this. Hmm. Yeah, that's interesting. I want each space to look kind of unique too, because it's a little hard to tell exactly where you are. I don't want you to feel lost. So I like these landmarks. The door is obvious, like, oh, anything in here is where we started, so we don't need to go back in there. So we should see probably an animate, like a picture of it on the outside opened already or something. But these all seem unique enough. Probably should put like some plants here or something to break it up. Yeah, and then we're not going to be able to pop back out of the top until, well, should I reserve the open top for the anchor? Because that would make more sense that the anchor would be in the part with an open roof. This is going to be entirely, that makes more sense. We can cut through here. Let's fix this so that they can't instantly just drop out that part. And there we go. That feels okay. Let's do something like this. Okay, so they can kind of cut through, down. It's getting a little too close to this. I want them to camera switch immediately. Boom. We go down. There's this little pocket. We're almost coming up on an hour. I'll just finish out this section here. Um, the the treasure box is gonna be like, or whatever is gonna be blocked is like right here, and then this thing's gonna slide over and fall down. Let's do something like this, like it's bumped up. Yeah, I think this area is just gonna be blocked off. The only way to reach it is to go around here. Boom. Yeah, have to go, yeah, all the way around. Let's do a nice little, let's do a little Z space here. Something that hasn't been done yet. Okay. Yep. This is getting a little bit tricky because of the size limitation we're having. It's also possible I put a plant here that you could still kind of cruise through, but gives the illusion of the space being tighter than it is. Okay. And then this is the bottom. I have to extend it again. For now, we'll do this. We get down here. And it's just going to be this little narrow space. Do one of these little slightly annoying bumps here, but it'll be memorable, I think, to have to go over it. Okay. Let's see. We've done a lot of shapes here. This room should probably do something like this. I'll do like a little bell. You can go up. There's a little room here. Don't really know what there would be yet. Let's just leave this open. And maybe put a tiny little thing like that. So you have to go to the bottom. Put a little bump, something to go over. Then, oh boy. We're gonna do like almost like the number 7. Just like a hard shelf. And then do like a like a ladder step sort of thing. Actually, this is probably a good point to stop getting hot. Turn on the AC and come back to this in a few minutes.